What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This time around we are doing the debut album from KSI, Dissimulation. It's been an interesting journey for KSI, to be honest, because you think about his musical journey, we've gone from parodies from stuff like Heskey Time or early stuff with Randolph to stuff like Lamborghini and Can You Keep Up and No Sleep with Tiggs the Author, to now last year when we had that joint tape with Randolph, who is now going by Randy, and then to this project, which you can clearly see from the features he's already dropped, he has spent a lot of time cultivating and creating. So in the build up to this album actually dropping, we had quite a few songs that actually worked well with this campaign that he was building up. Down Like That with SX, Lil Baby and Rick Ross was used when he won that fight. I want that knockdown bar, it smashed it. The song Wake Up Call with Trippie Redd sparked the wake up challenge that was going around on TikTok and social media. And although I don't feel like KSI had his best performance on that song, the song was iconic enough because of Trippie Redd's hook. Houdini with Tion, Wayne and Swarmz, probably the most successful track out of the lot of them. Listen, yeah, when I first heard that song, I was very disappointed. I was very, very disappointed. It sounded like something like at Aiyana. It sounded something like you would hear with a WKD in your hand or some Alco Pops if you don't know what that is, and you're out on the dance floor in Aiyana on a student night and you're moving a bit mad. That, oh la la, you don't wanna rap with me, that was pissing me off bare. However, without it, maybe because I heard it enough times and obviously you see it enough in the videos, you kind of end up getting to like the song. Even if I don't like the song, I'm glad it did well, and I'm glad, you know, his fans, most of them received it quite well. Luckily, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's only 12 songs, because I didn't want to hear no 25, 30 track playlist like Chris Brown what he does, bruv, because that would have been long, whereas this makes more sense. 12 tracks. This is what KSI sound of 2019, 2020 sounds like. Let's get into it. Track number 1 is called What You Been On. Yeah, let's go. That's a powerful start, you know. Alright. Okay. I've been on holiday. Pay for the team with my DNA. I've been on get the... I'm not gonna lie, you know, man's coming with a different flex. I'm gonna restart the tune. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a strong start. Man like KSI, you know. Okay. Fuck you been on. What you been on? What? That's it. That's the song. That is What You Been On. I'm gonna pause it because I don't want it to go to the next one. That was actually very decent. What You Been On. First track for KSI. Very, very strong start. Kind of just talking about, you know, buying in bulk, cutting the middleman out. I believe he said something about Obafemi in there. I ain't got the lyrics in front of me, but man should have used Falabi, man. They should have used Falabi in that to make it link nicely. But I guess we have to look at this tape as something separate from what KSI usually does. We got to look at the KSI, the YouTuber on one side, and then we got to look at him as the artist on the other side. But for the first song, mad strong start, you know. Mad strong start. Can he build up momentum, though? That's the question. Let's see what this song can do, bruv. Up next is a song that people have been waiting for. And even I've been waiting for this song, you know. This one's Cat featuring Offset. We've been waiting a long time. He's been talking about this song for a while. I'm not gonna lie, I do want to see how he bounces off with Offset. And yeah, man, listen. If it's 2 for 2, hats off to KSI. But I ain't gonna lie, the song should have been called No Cap because he does say that quite a bit, but I understand it's just in the name. Offset comes through with pretty much, listen, when it comes to Offset, I kind of expect that kind of flow that he delivered. There was nothing out of the ordinary. He just kind of got on with what he had to get on with. He was in, he was out. KSI, his verse was solid. The thing is, it's like parts of what he was doing sounded like if Travis Scott was KSI, the song would bang more. But for KSI's rapping ability and the level that he's at, he didn't under-deliver. I just don't feel like it connected all the way through. But at the same time, I was mad hype. So for hype moments, it's going to be a very good song. And I can see why he was holding on to that one and didn't release that one straight away. Track number 3 is Poppin. I'm not going to lie to you. When I heard that, I thought Lil Pump and Smokepurpp were pretty decent on it. I didn't mind KSI's verse too much. It was, it made me kind of happy for Lil Pump and Smokepurpp, and then they dropped that song that you guys saw me review off my chest, and I'm alright. You know, almost there, I'm alright. And number 4 is Houdini featuring Tion and Swarmz. We spoke about that one already, the Oceana, what am I like, you know what I mean, like party in the club. So it's been quite feature heavy. Track number 5 is featuring Jeremih. It's called Bad Lil Vibe. Let's get into that right now. Let's see what this one's saying. Man, like KSI though, listen, for 4 tracks deep, and we're about to get into the 5th one, solid. Right, this is most likely going to be a trap one. I can hear the drop, like, see? Stay low. No. It was working. But I don't like the high inflection that he took there. Should have kept it low because it was popping, you know, it was popping. As much as I like the track, and I like the fact that it's quite short, so it's quite much you're in, you're out, you're not really wasting time, because we could have easily got another KSI verse or a Jeremih verse. I don't feel like Jeremih would have sat well on a verse because he would have kind of lost it. And you, like right now in the chorus, it's like, it's in, it's out, we like it, KSI comes through. The only critique I have of that song mainly is the fact that he should have kept in that first low vocal inflection that he started with. I feel like when he went high pitch, you lost it a little bit. It was like, no, bruv. Like, and then I thought in the second verse he was going to come back to the lower vocal range, but he stayed in the higher one, and it got lost a little bit. But I'm not gonna lie, it's still a good song. It's still enjoyable. I'm just kind of finding the little minor critiques, but as a whole, for that song and 5 tracks in, it's decent. It's actually quite a good project. I can't even lie to you. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I was 5 tracks in. We're almost halfway through, and I ain't got nothing really bad to say. So let's get into track number 6 and see what that's saying. Alright, track number 6 is called How It Feel. Okay, we're going for the auto-crooning vibe right now. Yo! Listen, KSI has really been in the dojo, you know. My guy's flowing nicely on this. Whoa! That ain't how it sounds, but whatever, innit? Baka with the bill! Hey, Baka, you feel? I don't care if it be real. Hey, money the bag for the deal. Hey, come through, it's chill. Hey, money come through on the real. Hey, I don't give a fuck, I feel. Hey, I think I might have said that already, but it is what it is. Yo, yeah, man, it's actually mad. Like, I'm like, yo, the track itself is very, again, quite short. You're in, you're out again. I mean, maybe this seems to be a common theme throughout the whole tape. And for that point, I enjoy it because he's not dragging anything out for too long. Some people might want to do like 4 verses or 3.5 verses and stuff, and it can make it long. This song was in and out. It did have a Travis Scott heavy influence, a bit like how Cap did with Offset. But at the same time, I'm not too mad because he's using auto-tune in a way that he's not overdoing it. Like, it is very auto-croony, but it's not done to a point where it's like, yo, move, man. It's not done to that level. It's done at quite a decent level. The beat selection that he's got has been very, very good so far as well. And I feel like what he's choosing works nicely with his voice, innit? Because for someone who's been rapping for a while, but I feel like at this point we're taking it serious, he's doing well, bruv. I'm actually very happy with this project so far. Like, I can see myself putting this on rotation. And you guys know that I'm critical. I'm very critical when it comes to a lot of stuff, but yeah, man, I'm enjoying so far. So let's get into the next one. Wake Up Call is the next one with Trippie Redd. Track number 8 that we're going to get into is with Killa. It's called Killa featuring Aiyana Lee. I hope I said that correctly. Let's get into that right now. Let's see what that's saying. I can choose to work on any day, anyway. King of the drama, killing it every day. I'm the cat saving like a gold. But I think that's the thing, with a little bit of auto-tune there, you lose some of what he's saying, so it kind of becomes a bit of a mumble, but minor. She sounded like Chewbacca when she backed it up. Man, like Chewbacca, you know. I don't know if Chewbacca backing up is a good idea, fam. You know what's there? Again, yo, It's not necessarily my sound, but I can't critique it. It's calm. Aiyana Lee does well. Shout out KSI. It's not, this one for me as a whole isn't my sound all the way, and I probably won't put this one on repeat. This song as an individual body separately, I can see the appeal. I can see why people like it. It's a little bit more leaning towards like the poppy rap elements that we saw with kind of like Wiley and Daniel Mayweather 10 years ago. Like that Cash in My Pocket song. It's kind of, it reminds me a little bit like that. Not sonically, just the kind of appeal and the aesthetic it would have for the populace who listen to this. But again, Aiyana Lee comes through with a nice hook. You've got the gunshot sound effects that do work quite well in the background as they're rapping the chorus or she's singing the chorus. Do I have anything negative to say? Not really. Bruv, what were you now? We're about to get into track number 9 with 3 tracks left because we obviously down like that's not track number 10. I ain't got that much negative to say, so let's keep it moving, man. Alright, track number 9 is Domain. Not gonna lie, this sounds like some... I'm waiting for the drop. I'm not sure at the moment.
Come fast like Ramadan. Oh shit now.
Come fast like Ramadan. I'm not sure either. Lorente, Excelente. I'm not feeling the little rhyming schemes that we've got in this song. I'm not gonna lie. Domain for me ain't it right now. I'm not enjoying this one as much as the others, but you can't like every single track on the album. It just seems like Domain, Propane. This one seems a little bit forced. This one wasn't for me. I feel like the Domain, Propane felt a little bit forced. It kind of came up too much. It felt like there was not enough direction in this song as there was in some of the others. They seemed a lot more thought out, a lot more structured. This one, I can kind of see what he's trying to do. Like if he was on tour, maybe this might be the song that everyone moshes to, and then you jump in. So then there's different opportunities to get hyper with the chorus. But it just wasn't for me, innit? I don't know if the energy levels didn't match up. Like you've seen prior to the rest of this tape, I've been pretty energetic. I've been pretty hyper. This one for me, it dragged on for too long. I like the shorter formats that he was doing with some of the other songs. And this one, it goes on for too long. And I don't think it even goes on for that long. But for me, it dragged on a little bit. But I'm not even mad at it. It's still well produced. It just vocally and lyrically, it didn't sound as well structured as some of the prior ones on the tape. But we move on, man. We move on. So we are pretty much getting close to the end of the tape right now. Down Like That is up next with Rick Ross and Lil Baby. I ain't gonna lie to you, that song was good. The only part of Down Like That I didn't really like too much was the SX part, because it was just bare high pitch and it was like, I was like, yo, mad high pitch. But I like KSI's bit. Rick Ross and Lil Baby do as they expected to deliver. And yeah, man, like apart from SX on Down Like That, I was happy with that song. That was decent. Alright, track number 11, Undefeated. Let's see what this is saying. This song, one more song left. So this song, yeah, where he's going like, synonym. This reminds me of Slow Motion, right? If you listen to the way he's finishing his lyrics, or the ending of the sentences, or the bars, I should say, it sounds like that. But that's just me picking it up from that sound. But let's get back into the tune. My bad. I should have stopped it this early, but it is what it is. Let's get into it. Hey, young FIFA references there. 06 Adriano, 99 shot power, If you know, you know. If you didn't, they ain't no one in FIFA that does that now, plus FIFA trash. That was track number 11, Undefeated. And again, this one he's talking about being a GOAT. This guy is talking about, pretty much being undefeated. Listen, it's in the name of the song, really, about being undefeated, about him just kind of getting on with being number one and pretty much most things that he does. It was a good song. It wasn't, for me, again, I feel like I'm kind of losing it at the end of this album a little bit, but it's better that I'm losing it at the end of the album and not at the beginning. I think it's a decent song. I think it's better than the last one. I don't know. I like the song. I have to give it another listen beyond this actual reaction review. KSI's flow was good on it. It's got energy. He's bouncing around on the track nicely. Again, the production across the whole tape you can tell that he's actually, obviously we've heard some of the names of the producers on the tracks. If you check the credits, you'll see it. But you can tell that he spent a lot of time working on the production quality of the tape. Because if this was poorly produced, he probably wouldn't be able to get away with some of the stuff that's getting said, or some of the actual sonics would ruin it, so then you'd probably want to dismiss it. But you can tell there's been a lot of thought behind this tape. But we got one more track left. You better not let me down, you know, and come with some bad production for the last one. You know, it was there. But this was called Millions, so it's either going to be about subscribers or people. Let's find out which one.
I got millions on my mind.
Money. Money.
Money can't buy happiness. Only rent it. I told myself I wanna finish, and I meant it.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a bar, you know. That's actually a bar. Money can't buy happiness, it only rents it. He's got enough peace to know that. So, yeah, that's kind of a good bar. Still, listen, see, that's the thing. Sometimes you don't need to be mad complex. It just has to be little witty ones. And that was kind of clean. I did like that. I don't know why it impressed me, but it impressed me.
Oh, well.
Alright, this is called, obviously, Millions. And he was talking about turning his own blood against him. Is he talking about Deji? I said Deji. Is he talking about Deji though? Because that's kind of a madness. Or maybe he's talking about someone else or something. But yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely an interesting track. It's definitely KSI being a bit more open with his audience. I'm not sure about the beat selection, but the song's not bad. Let's continue.
Fuck it. I got millions on my
mind. It's more of like a sad song. It's like KSI doing emo trap rap. Hey. And that's it. That's the end of the album. I ain't gonna lie to you. The last 3 songs, excluding Down Like That, because you'd already heard it, not necessarily my favourite, but they weren't necessarily bad songs. I do need to listen to this album again to go through maybe and listen to some more vocal breakdowns and hear some more of the stuff that he's talking about. Obviously, I'm basing this very much off like vibes and what we're hearing. If I pick up stuff on the first time, then I hear it. If not, then it goes over my head for a while, and then I'll probably pick it up the next time I listen to it. Me personally, going into this tape, I wasn't wishing downfall at all. I wasn't trying to wish downfall. I just wanted to see how far KSI had come from 10 years ago when he was making parody songs to this project now. As a whole, when it comes to beat selection, when it comes to him actually sitting there and breaking down and writing some stuff, and apart from the Llorente something that I spoke about earlier, that line was a bit corny. I ain't gonna lie, JJ, that line was a bit corny. But the beat selection has been on point. The features didn't disappoint. The features, sometimes when you get like not celebrity, but like someone who's not as big, and then they get these bigger artists to come onto their songs, the bigger artist kind of half asses it and then dips, and you don't really leave fulfilled. But I feel like everyone delivered. I think my favourite feature from what I hadn't heard prior to this review and reaction was probably the Offset one and the Jeremih one. I did enjoy those two quite a bit. The Aiyana Lee, I believe that's her name, Aiyana Lee, that was decent as well, but I think Jeremih and Offset definitely smashed it for me, and I feel like KSI has got a couple of records that he can drop a few more videos to. I don't know how many he filmed prior to lockdown, or if he's filming some in lockdown, but he's got something on his hands with this tape. Dissimulation has been enjoyable. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it to be bad because of the songs that we already heard. But I didn't expect it to be as enjoyable and to get as hype as I did in this reaction. If you enjoyed the album, leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favourite song is. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're new around here. And yeah, man, KSI, Dissimulation, his pretty much debut tape as a certifiable rapper. He's done a lot with rap, his own rap style in the last couple of years, and obviously with DDG coming out and saying a few things about YouTube rappers and, you know, calling it YouTube rappers and just being more YouTuber rapper, it might be a discussion that we need to have about KSI being the best YouTube rapper at the moment. Because everything's always subject to change. But for now, I'm out, bro. I'm out. I'll catch you guys sometime soon. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. You guys know what to do right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. I'm doing this, so I need to bounce, so I'll see you in a bit. Peace.